competency. Like, it's just about adding an extra dimension. And it's just about being experimental, having more fun, exploring different ways to give each other pleasure. And I think it's really, really important for men to like embrace that and to be more adventurous, like, because, you know, sex, especially like heterosexual sex, like it can get very routine, especially when you've been with someone a long time. Like, you tend to start like, you know, going through the same routines, you know, what the other person likes. So it's a good way to like spice things up and try something new.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, as Maggie said, like you guys like don't have to be afraid of it. And women should have also be embracive about it and talk about it, you know, like
Hmm.
that it's actually not a competition. It doesn't mean that you guys don't give women enough pleasure, which usually is like a case, to be honest. But if you've been with each other for a while, or you know, you just hit the chemistry together, it's still like it's something new, it's something interesting. It's the same as role play, same as, you know, spanking, I don't know, BDSM, kind of like dress up 50 shade of gray type of style, whatever it is.
Right.
It's just implementing like, don't be afraid of sex toys. You're not afraid of like, you know, watching like girl on girl action, right? And you
Or
are like,
watching porn.
yes, or so many like men would like to have a threesome with two women, you know? So like, don't like, let us have our fantasies as well. It doesn't mean that,
Yeah.
you know, sex toy and I don't know, like we imagine something weird. We just want to like have extra pleasure when, you
Hmm.
know, it could be like literally the most boring ass missionary sex with no toys, and a woman still can picture, I don't know, George Clooney or I don't know, Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever she dreams about in her head. So like this is where the competition actually starts, that you're not
Right.
aware of, that you're not even aware of, where sex toys is like the least threat you actually have.
Right. That's the least of your worries. You need to be worried about what's going on in here.
Exactly. So you guys, if she wants to bring a sex toy in a bed, make it as a compliment. That also means that she's very comfortable with you. Like not everyone, as we said, would be that
Hmm.
open about having a sex toy. And if you know that she brings it up, then it's even great. Like, yeah, why not? At least you will know your opinion on that, like try or not. And don't say, oh, I tried with another girl and you know, I didn't like it. Try with this one as well. Because we all different.
Exactly.
So
All women are different.
yeah. And you know, sometimes it could surprise you.
Right.
So yeah. I mean, it can. Anyway, I think we kind of covered everything that we wanted today. Do you have anything to add, Maggie?
Not much really, other than just say that, you know, sex toys are really, really important. Just in terms of like, you know, exploring your own pleasure. I know that like a lot of women, like, I've spoken to so many people that I know, and even when we're like kind of grown women, you know, in our like late 20s, early 30s, like I still know women at that age who are still not able to, you know, make themselves calm or, you know, have a decent orgasm like in a
Yeah.
sexual partnership. And it's something that is like very common. And unfortunately, like a lot of women then like resort to like having to like fake orgasms, or you like pretending that they're having a lot more fun than they are. And I feel like if you are one of those women, and if your sex life is like kind of like lacking in a sense that you feel that your partner is getting a lot more than you, then that's all the more reason to try a sex toy. Because I think for me, what made me fall in love with sex toys is the fact that it really helped me like explore my own pleasure and like learn how to pleasure myself. Because I think it's like, you know, if to borrow RuPaul's phrase, if you can't pleasure yourself, how in the hell are you gonna pleasure someone else? Like, can I get
Preach,
an
preach,
amen?
preach.
Because it's so true. Like, everything starts at home. Like, if you don't know how to make yourself calm, if you don't know how to declare and demand like what you want, what you need from that other person in terms of your body, then you're not going to be able to enjoy that person when it comes to actually having a sexual interaction. So I think if you are one of those people, it's like, you know, get a sex toy, start exploring, like, and you might discover something amazing about yourself. And then you're gonna be able to take that into like new relationships, whether it's with women, with men, with couples, you know,
Anyway,
groups, whatever your fancy. We don't discriminate here, but it's just like, you know, like learning like the limits of your pleasure. I think it's like invaluable. And I think every single woman especially needs to be able to know, like, you know, what their boundaries are, what makes them tick. And, you know, sex toys can be a great starting point for that.
okay. Okay, I have a last just explore and like bring the happiness to your temple. I don't know why I just thought about the word temple and I just really wanted to use it. Anyways, last question. How many sex toys do you own, Maggie?
Right. Okay, so funny story about my sex toy collection. So as you guys know, obviously I'm a brand ambassador of Swacom. And before I kind of got to that position, I was actually a sex toy tester. So every single time they would have like a new product, they would send me like one directly from the manufacturer, and then I would like test it out, do some reviews, give some feedback, and that way they can improve it. So I have quite an extensive collection, but annoying thing is like I was living in China before, and when I was like moving back to the UK, the luggage allowance was only 30 kg. I had to make really strict decisions about like, okay, what is essential to take and what isn't. And while I do believe that sex toys are essential, I couldn't bring all of them, because I think if I'm going to put a number to it, then I would say I have about 20. I think about 15 of them are like from Swacom, from my testing, and then I have 5 miscellaneous ones that I've kind of bought at other occasions, or like, in times of desperation when I couldn't find my favorite, or when I've just been in another country and forgotten to bring one. So yeah, I would say about 20 in total. And I wasn't about to like get on a plane and like, cross the border with like 20 sex toys in my bag. I'd be like, what kind of pervert are you? And like, have me held up in immigration. So I had to make a strategic
Chinese security can actually do that.
Yeah, they're very intense. So I did kind of like weigh up those options, and I was just like, do I want to run the risk of doing that and then having them confiscated? No. So I left my sex toy collection with a very close friend, and if you're watching this, I hope you're looking after those toys, because bitch, I'm coming back for them. Don't throw them away. But yeah, obviously like I couldn't leave all of them, so I had to take my one favorite. I helped name it. It's called Nymph, so I'm sure I will put a picture somewhere. So if you guys are looking for a first toy, this would be my recommendation. I feel like it's the perfect girth, perfect size, perfect length, and it's the great balance of something that you can use both penetratively and as a stimulator. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Nice. Yeah, actually, my favorite one is from Swacom as well. So it's like a G-spot with no rabbit, but like clit stimulation. It's really cool, and I would definitely suggest that one as well if you like, if you would like to find G-spot. It also has vibration. Mine doesn't have any anymore because I broke it, but that's another story. I knew that was my greedy fault, but oh well. More on that and other topics, deeper topics on sex toys will come soon. And I hope you guys enjoy this episode with me and Maggie, and this, whole series that we have started. And if you like it, put thumbs up, subscribe, hit notification buttons, follow us on RSS, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Oh my God, I'm speaking like, influencer. Like, anyway, so yeah. If you guys have any questions on which you like would need to use or would like to try out and you don't know, hit us DMs, leave the comments below, whatever you feel comfortable with, and we will make sure that we will reply to you. Anyways, we're gonna list whole names of those like toys that we use in this episode below this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was the Ghost of Wine podcast, sex toy intro edition with Aya and Maggie. And also, yeah, thank you, Maggie, again for being this, and like doing this, supporting my idea on doing this together. That is amazing, and I do love working with you a lot. So thank you for being
Same. Here. We're both such sex enthusiasts, so I feel like it's just like a natural collaboration. But yeah, guys, also like if you have any suggestions of like specifically what in terms of sex toys you would like to discuss for future episodes, because remember, this is a series, so we will be back every month to give you more amazing content with your favorite too. So yeah, if you have any suggestions of what you'd like us to talk about or what you'd like us to get into more depth about, then feel free to like add the comments below. We'll be reading and we'll keep it in mind.
Definitely. Anyways, thank you everyone for listening and tuning in for this one. And I think that's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Bye guys. Mwah.
Bye.